Hello everyone, this is the Kingdom Rapier Champion quarterfinals fighter breakdown between Lordship Ulrich and Ladyship Nicolina.
Okay, she thought it was a slap on the hand. Let's take a look back here. Nope, going the wrong way. And, okay, you see in here. Okay, so Ulrich throws a shot to try to hit the hand, it looks like. Oop, right over here. But that's probably not going to land because of the positioning that they're in. And so I keep going. She's got the block and lunges forward. You can just barely see it right in there, that the sword is underneath the guard right here, and therefore inside on the hand. You can see that going in, yeah, right there, just enough where it skips in and hits across the hand there. Because it's inside the guard, as you can see here. See that inside the guard. You can see that even though he's going to block down here, it's not going to do anything, so you can keep going. So he made a call that it was good. Nicely done. Just want to say shots to the hand are very good shots when they're taken appropriately, because when you're going up against a high-level fighter, sometimes that's the best shot that they give you. And you can see here with her guard, it doesn't really allow for shots to go through on the hand, so they have to come in from above. They come in right here, or else they really can't hit. Whereas with a guard like what Ulrich has, you can see it go through all this area up here. And so really, open guards are not bad. They're just, you have to fight differently. So that's a good shot. It definitely takes him to his offhand, which he's not as good at, and it changes the dynamics of the fight, not giving him a disadvantage, but giving her a little bit of advantage now that she has more points on him. More points meaning a sword and a dagger, not just a single sword. Okay. Our best 2 out of 3. That's what it is. Best 2 out of 3. But we see here, okay, in this pass, Ulrich comes in. He doesn't have the guard, though, right in here. He's acting as if he does, but he doesn't actually have it. So that's a problem for him as he's coming in. Now, Nicolina, on the other hand, has a very good defense ready with the dagger there, right here. And then she's got her sword clear and ready to go ahead and move forward from there into the belly area. So we move forward a little bit, frame by frame. He comes in above, which he's going to try to land the shot there. And if she is doing her job correctly, she'll be able to get that to block going in this direction. Get that to stop. So we keep moving forward. Checking that. Yep, she's got the block. And Ulrich needs to get that hand from being stuck there. Needs to put it up, but because it's his offhand, well, it's his main hand, he's not quite used to that. But so he comes in, and you can see that block. She guides up, Now this card you can't quite see in here. Nicolina says she hears something, but what it looks like is that he didn't call it as a good shot. He didn't think he had anything. You can see over here Nicolina is clearly in his chest. Nice, good solid shot there. We'll see the bend here in a second. But it looks like, if you watch this area, watch Nicolina's head here, come in, and there. That's how we know. We can see that just the blade ends up on the side there. So it probably would have been a little bit of scraping, but the blade would have been flat. Edge would have been going the wrong direction against the head. So nothing good. And that's their first pass. So we're going to take a look at their second pass here. Alright, this is the second pass. So this one went a bit faster. Let's watch it through, and then we can break it down a little bit. Okay, so she dies. Ulrich wins. No contesting. Now let's look at this real quick. So right off the bat, we see Ulrich start with his feet close together. That means that this right here, this foot back here, that's the line where his range starts. So they're really close together starting out. And that gives Ulrich with a nice long arms a good advantage. You can see that Nicolina over here just has a good standard position with her weight balance and everything. Ulrich is ready to move forward and attack. So we see this come into full position here. Ulrich actually looks like he's in a bit of a lunge position, but his guard, yeah, so his leg is far enough forward. I would normally see it about here, the back of his foot sitting there, but he's far enough forward that he's in a lunge kind of position, so he's getting his blade out there. So either he can take a passing step from his back foot and bring that forward, or he's going to continue forward with the blade and his dagger into defense. You can see Nicolina here. She's ready to retreat, and so she's looking at the position and the stance of Ulrich here, and she's ready to get the heck out of there. So let's see how this keeps going. And so we see that foot taking the step back. We see her guard coming up to defend there, and his dagger coming down to get this sword, get her sword. So we keep moving forward. She's got the block up here. Very nicely done. It's in the keons, as you can see, inside there. And then, but Ulrich doesn't have the guard yet, so we will see that come in here in just a second. So full bend. Ulrich is fully moving in, and then Nicolina stops moving. She plants that back foot over here. And then Ulrich's foot is in the moving forward lunging position here. So he's moving forward. He is ready right there. You can see it. That foot is coming up, ready for another lunge. But now Ulrich has his blade and is blocking Nicolina's blade out. And Nicolina is ready to bring that dagger down for defense, and she's got her body lying way out here, so she is full extension. She's in a stop thrust is what she's in, a stop lunge position. And so she gets back there, gets out, Ulrich sees that he doesn't quite have it because of the where her dagger was, and he keeps coming in, and Nicolina stops. Let's see. Yep, dagger is down. His guard comes up. So he's coming up here. Her dagger's down here. You see this going up. Okay, there we go. That's what we like. And so you see the block coming in here for Nicolina. And then goes with that block. Nicolina, you can see, takes the foot from here and here and then takes a lunge. Okay. So she get a full extension, but still ended up being a little short over here. But that's a pretty good lunge. You can see her foot is in the air, so that she's has a full committed lunge. Made a good space there. Good distance. That's about 1.5 foot of her, so that's a period spacing for the lunge. But her torso isn't bending. Usually in a period style lunge, you're bending your torso a bit more. But with the position she was in when she started, I think that's a good starting lunge there. Okay. And so Ulrich, she gets close, and then you can see in there, Ulrich gets the block, pushes the blade down, and you can see the bend in the blade, but it's coming down that way as we move forward here. Yep, bloods the blade down, and because she is so extended, her foot is in the air, she is fully committed, and just a little out of range. I think that's what ended up being the loss for her here. It was just a little bit out of range for this. And so we see Ulrich tag her right there. Yep. So he blocks down. If she would have had her dagger forward, that might have changed it a little bit. But it's actually an Olympic style thing. When you get your hand for a quick lunge, you kind of throw it back. You can kind of see that right here. She throws her hand back in that direction. It kind of gives you a little bit more momentum, but in this case it would have been better to be in front of you. It's hard to say in a quick onslaught like what Ulrich was doing here, and I think that's what he was going for when he got the tag on her shoulder, right? Sorry, right there. Yep, when he tags her right there. So, but overall, a very good attack. Ulrich did a good job with the defense. He brought down that dagger just like it's meant to be. Cleared the way for his attack. And he's in a good position. His feet, I think this is the best part right here, is his feet are ready to move forward or backwards. He's right in a good spot. He doesn't need to do either or, because he's got that long reach, and with the defense he had with that dagger, he was able to attack her with no problem and get that attack in there. So, very good bout. Now we'll see number 3. All right, this is round 3. Yeah, that was pretty fast. So let's look through here again. So we start off the fight. They start off at a good distance. Ulrich's casual coming into it, getting in position. Nicolina's ready to go. And then we see right at the very beginning, again, that aggressive stance from Ulrich, which is one of his fortes. He does pretty good with that. I think the part that causes the issue when you're on the defense is, unless you keep your cool, the attacker has the advantage, because then they can kind of psych you out mentally, which in rapier and steel fighting, mental game is huge. And so you can see him coming in. He's ready for any attack. He's got the dagger, the up and down position here. So if anything comes in, he can do a quick deflection either this way, or he can come down that way and block his whole torso right here. So it's a good position. I prefer to have the dagger more forward, because then I can still deflect going this way, or come around more, say like that. But I think they're both valid ways of fighting. So you can take that. And then, okay, so now this is where things start to happen. A little bit of play with the swords, not much going on there. You see foot positioning here is very, very vital. Nicolina sees Ulrich is looking for the shot, and so she's taking steps back. She's heading back there. And so she keeps taking a step back. As she does, Ulrich takes his step forward here. And so you keep going. And you see a little bit of an exchange here, trying to test the range space. Ulrich takes a step back, thinking that Nicolina might have lunched that position. Because right now they're 1-1, so neither of them has it. I mean, if the next one to get the kill wins the round, so that's part back in their mind now. So they got to be careful how they move forward to get the win. Okay, so Ulrich takes a rocking step forward and back. So looking for a reaction where Nicolina doesn't get it. Doesn't move at all from her feet when he moves forward and then back. So that kind of helps him see where she's at. Because sometimes you just have to get him to move and do something before they make a critical mistake, and that's what he's looking for. So he's here. You can see his torso starting to move. So you can see. Let's see, come back here. So his center of gravity is here, and then he starts moving forward here. So he brought his foot forward. His sword is down with a wide guard, ready to launch it from down there, going here, up, as his wrist will come up that way. So he'll be going that. Then he brings that back foot forward a little bit. Nicolina is working her blade up, but her feet haven't moved. Those are staying pretty much right there. And so until now, so she's resetting because she was in a little bit of a wide position here. Now she resets. Okay. Now they're spaced out. Ulrich takes the lunge, a light attack, testing forward. Not quite a lunge there. Nicolina steps back. Okay, it's looking for his shot. Ulrich, you can see this. This blade kind of moves up and down right over here. You can see it kind of going like that. And so as he's doing that, he's looking for the shot, and he's baiting, because right now if you're looking at Ulrich, see if I can and draw. So if I was facing Ulrich, you see his torso here, nice Ulrich head. Then you got arm and blade down here, and arm and dagger up here. So what he's doing is he's saying, well, come at me, bro, I guess. And trying, because a straight shot in here would do is what he's baiting, so a straight shot into this torso, belly. But because of that, he's got the dagger here, that can ready to come down and stop that pretty quickly. He's been very good at getting that. And with his sword position low here, that gives him the opportunity to then come from down here and go in, or come up and go in. It gives a few different positionings that he can come up with that. And so he's looking for that shot, and he keeps his lows. So Nicolina sees that, puts a guard down, which is the pretty good positioning for this dagger. So keep going. He sees his position. He's in the lunge. He's moved his foot forward, and it's off the ground. He's moving forward, which is not bad. And usually you want to move your sword first, but he's doing that. He missed the block right there. If you watch right here, he misses the block with the dagger, but he continues forward with his attack anyway. Because of the closeness and the position of her dagger from previous, see that he comes from down, goes up, over, and just barely misses. It almost looks like he hits, but she just barely gets that block right here. And that's a close shot right there. And then, but her other sword is down here. I think it's in the guard, so not really doing her much good. That's a good position for Ulrich as he moves forward. And you see just a slap to the side of the head over here. Nothing at all happening, no point on, so nothing happening there. Her blade is out of position. Oh, that's what, yeah, that's right. Okay. So her blade is here. What you can actually see is it attacking his shirt. Not Ulrich, just his shirt. So as it moves forward, you can see, let's see if I move things out of the way, you can see that the blade is getting caught up inside of the shirt. And so, that's all that happens. It just gets caught in the shirt. Now, I talked with Nicolina after this bout, but she said to me, and this often happens, when you think something happens and you're not entirely sure, and when you're in a bout and you start to think, that's when you're giving your opponent opportunity. So she stops right there. You can see her guard just kind of comes down. She's not in attack position anymore. Just kind of comes down, and then he moves forward and tags her. Because and you can see in the feet position, she's not engaged in the fight right now. And Ulrich is in a very close foot position as well. That's not typical for him. He moves in and gets the kill. So overall, really good bouts. Very good form done by both of them. No one did anything particular wrong in their sword play, which was really good to see. Everyone took their shots well, and I think the biggest thing to say here is the mental game that went on was really cool to watch. Seeing how Ulrich and his aggression on those second two passes really letting, gave her a challenge to try to find that opening. So And something to watch out for is that mental game. Make sure when you're on the defense that you play a cool game, at least. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. Hope it was useful so you can see more fighters and how they do and what you can do to become a better fighter yourself. So anyway, let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Like, subscribe, those kind of things. Sign out.